tower. So I love it. So, all right. So we'll have to do all open rolls. So don't metagame those open rolls, guys. So let's see if you're going to be searching for you did a roll inside of the tower worm. What was that?
Yeah, I couldn't. I had to do it. Yeah, I had to because I can find traps as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and start looking.
If you want to do your rolls like that, just right click on the percentage die and throw it into the tower for me. You know how you can just right click on the 10 side and click on the percent and then throw it in. So yeah, you guys could do a percentage that way. So that's pretty much the only roll that I'm really worried about. But Skeezer, as you're checking around, the door doesn't seem to have any traps, but it does look like it's locked. So it looks like you're going to have to bust down this door.
Well, try to pick it. You got the things and the whatever. Just open the door. Come on.
You know, at the monastery, we never locked any of the doors.
Oh,
that's how friendly we were with. I thought I'd tell you guys. That's just how friendly it is. You guys should come
to the monastery.
Just
open up the door as you're saying.
Yeah, there's no locks on any doors. That you could just wheel them open anytime you want, and you could just say, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" They could be on the toilet. It's awesome. Nobody cares. That's just how great. I thought I'd share that with you.
Do you open up the door as you're telling everybody that story?
Well, I'll try. Yeah, I'll just try to open the door. I mean, if it's locked.
Well, it seems like it's locked, but after jiggling the handle a couple times, the door pops open.
Oh, you just had to jingle the handle, you losers! My God, how hard could that be? I'm gonna swing open the door and I'm gonna poke the torch inside so it lights up a little bit to see what I see.
Sure. So as you do that, it basically pops open another long corridor that goes down to the edge of the darkness of your torch, and you can see probably about 50 feet or so before it gets dark, and you can see that probably about 10 foot in, there's sort of like alcoves in the walls, and they're on both the east and the west side of the corridor.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and Dave, I'm going to move silently. I have the ability to move silently, so I'm going to roll that in the tower for you.
But I'm
going to start.
Do you have to move silently? I know it's going to be an amazing.
20%.
Okay, so as Dax is moving through, being silent to what he thinks he's being silent, Skeever and Bella, you guys are just shaking your head because you're saying, wow, this guy is not being.
Yeah, I'm just like
quiet.
Stretching my legs on my tiptoes, going up against the wall like this.
Yeah, with a torch in his hand. So
yeah, with a torch.
Hey, I didn't say I'm hiding in the shadows. I'm just being quiet about it.
Yeah, so go ahead and move your token as you're moving there, Dax. And if you guys don't like those tokens, just let me know, and I can get you a different token later. So as you are moving into the first alcove, a booming voice, juts out, and it starts to echo throughout the corridor. And it says, "Who dares enter this place and intrude upon the sanctuary of its inhabitants?" And
great googly moogly. Visitors are being talked to, just like in my rumor. That was so worth the 2 gold that I paid for that. Holy crap.
The voice says, "Shut up, moron. Only a group of foolhardy explorers doomed to a certain death."
Well, he probably just means one of us.
I'm guessing you. Hey, what lies beyond? I kind of yell at the wall.
There's no answer.
Here, maybe they need it from me. What lies beyond, oh booming voice? Nothing.
No
Never
response.
mind.
No response.
Let's go on.
Hey, maybe somebody else should come in front. I mean, I'm pretty athletic. I could probably dodge the majority of stuff, but just in case, probably somebody that can take a couple arrows to the head and not die should probably be up.
Is Dax getting scared? It sounds like it.
Well, I don't know about scared. I'm just cautious.
Brutus moves ahead. Brutus moves ahead.
I think Dax is getting scared.
I mean, it was dark at the monastery, but we didn't have voices like that unless you surprise someone because there was no locks on the door.
So it looks like there's yet another alcove, a second alcove ahead of you, due north.
Are there any furniture?
Or to this corner?
No, this is just this is actually not, and to kind of talk to you about what it looks like in here, this is actually really nicely, chiseled out corridors. You can see, light chisel marks, but it definitely looks like it's had a lot more masonry, time invested into making it look nice compared to, the first 10 feet or so when you entered through the cave. So as you guys get to the second alcove, there is no voices as you get into like you entered into the first, set of, I guess you could say, niches or alcoves on the walls. This would be pretty rather large niches, but And then as you guys are progressing, go ahead, Brutus.
I was going to ask if there's. I guess I'll stop in the alcoves and kind of tap on the walls. I'm going to search for secret doors here.
Sure.
Trying to find for a hollow spot or see if there's any indication on the floor that something swings out or anything like that. So I'm gonna search for secret doors here.
Brutus, what are you doing? Why are you pressing?
I'm thinking there might be a catch or something to open up a door here, maybe.
Oh my God, you're right.
You've got hey, you search the other side.
Yeah, one time at the monastery, there was like all these doors that were totally hidden from us.
So I guess you're going to do that to the prior alcove as well?
I'm going to just do it from here. I'm not going back by myself. That's crazy.
Not going back by yourself?
Yeah, well, yeah, Dax or Skeever can go back and someone else can do those.
I really like how Wilbur's staying way back.
And reversed.
You noticed that, did you? Yeah, don't worry. I've got the rear, friends. Nothing will get past me.
So, Brutus, as you're clicking the hilt of your weapon on the walls, the north and south walls, definitely solid. But when you start tapping the hilt of your weapon on the west wall, it seems like the stone masonry isn't as dense.
Awesome, really?
Yeah.
Hey, I think I may have found something,
like
guys.
Boom, 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 boom. So it sounds like it could have something hollow behind it.
So I'll search around for a catch and kind of push on each individual stone, and if that all fails, I'll get my hand axe out and try to chip away at some of the masonry and pull away a block. Chip away at the grout, I meant, and pull away a block.
You missed those 5e skill checks already, don't you? Those perception plus 12 rolls and stuff at level 1. Miss that yet? Anybody miss that? All right, so as you're looking around, you see that there is a sort of like in the corner, there's a little foot pedal, and it's obvious. I mean, of course, when it's not brightly illuminated in here, you're going to be able to have it. You're going to have a hard time finding it. But there's like a foot switch on the floor in the corner. Right.
Now, did he chip away part of the wall or chip away some of the stone?
It was very hard, but yeah, a couple of bits of stone chipped away.
But then I saw the foot pedal and I'm like, aha!
I pick up a piece of the stone and I put it in my mouth.
You just got stoned.
Has a very light salty taste, but there's no plaster or nothing like that. That's on the, that would, I mean, for any like flavor purposes, it's just natural stone, a little salty, but other than that.
Hey, Brutus, I would recommend that you you make sure that there's not any wires or anything hooked up to that pedal before you step.
Too late. I already stepped on it.
Sure. As you press your foot on the pedal, you start to hear stone grinding on stone, and you hear a couple of clicks first, and you hear like kind of gears grinding, and this wall in front of you slides into the south wall, and there's another corridor appearing in front of you, 10 foot wide, about 20 feet. Looks like it goes left, it goes right, 20 feet to a solid wall.
Freaking awesome. All right, guys. Let's go this route. I bet it's a shortcut.
Yeah.
Hey, did you find anything on the other alcove?
In front of you, about another 40, 50 feet, you can see that there are some stairs that are ascending up. A flight of stairs, about 4 to 6 stairs going up. And that's, due north straight ahead of you.
No, let's head this way. I'll go to this point and kind of peer around the corners.
Sure. Yeah, you peer around the corner and it's an identical type of, hall, corridor. It goes to the north and goes to the south.
I'll look around and kind of do a quick count. I'm like, hey, where's the, what's his name? Hey, you guys got to stick together.
Yeah, and it goes quite a ways because you guys have a couple of torches, so you're going to be able to see. And it looks like these corridors to the north. It looks like the corridor to the north turns to the east, and so does the corridor to the south.
Follow me. Let's go this way, guys.
Wait. Do you know where you're going? I feel like you don't know where you're going.
No, the map just had the location of this place. It didn't. That's all it says. We gotta just
there's
kind of
no interior map or anything like that. It's just, it's just.
I mean, do you know where we gotta go? I'm willing to listen to you. Just don't tell me about your dumb monastery.
I'll tell you what, dumb monastery. You have to be there. Let's just head north. But I think I'm going to move silently, Dave. So I'm gonna do the old roll in the.
Sure.
Attempt to move silently.
All right. Well, you move ahead then if you want to try to sneak.
Move silently, Chance. What is that?
10%. 20%. Sorry, 20%. It goes up every time that you don't respond. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, so I'm going to start moving silently as I traverse.
Sure. As you get to the corner, you look around, and it looks like it's sort of like a loop. And you can see that there is another corridor that goes back down on the other side. So you're you're thinking, my corona cough, sorry about that. You guys, too soon, I know it is. There's probably another...
During is always too soon, isn't it?
Right. So to the south, you're probably putting together that, hey, there was probably a secret door on your side as well. And this is the exact opposite chamber or corridor.
I'll wave everybody on with my torch.
Yeah, so as you guys are, you're starting to move a little bit closer down this corridor. This actually looks like a scene of carnage. I mean, complete carnage. Because as you guys start to see where the steps are, where they're going down to where you were, you can see that there are, 5 dead corpses. Well, they look and they appear to be dead. And it looks like there is a human fighter, there's a human magic user, a dwarf, and then there are a couple of they look like fighters, but they look more like guards because they are in matching attire. So there's a total of 5 dead bodies on the floor in front of you. And it looks like that, like I said, it looks like they were fighting one another. And there's just all this dried blood everywhere on the ground.
Great googly moogly.
Etc.
Look at all this carnage. Let's check these guys out for stuff.
Does it look like, well, I guess I'll move up and try to investigate the bodies and see, kind of what killed them. Being sharp on the lookout for a trap that may have killed them.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you all about the 5 bodies. So the first body, which is the human fighter, he looks like he died when he was kind of laying up against the wall. So his head's, slumped over. And he's holding a sword, which is broken. So whatever hit his sword sheared, about 8 inches above the pommel of the handle. I mean, just sheared the blade straight off. So that's probably what killed this guy. And he probably had a heavier armor on because now it looks like his armor's been stripped and he's just has like the under armor, like the soft padded clothing that's under the
has a big U on it.
Doesn't have any kind of items or anything that are usable, except for you do find tucked in into one of the pockets. There's a pouch with 5 gold pieces. So you want to pocket it or put it in the party treasure sheet. Just let me know, and then I'll just kind of put 5 in the party sheet. So
we'll put it in the party treasure sheet.
Okay.
Brutus isn't that type of person. Dax is, though. Dax would steal it, but
No, I wouldn't steal it. I would share it with everybody, but me first.
So I found some gold on this guy. I wish he had his armor, though.
What did he die of? A broken heart?
What about the little puny wizard guy? Do you have anything?
Yeah, the magic user. He's actually standing up and he's impaled. He's got a sword that's impaling him against the wall. And that's definitely what killed this guy. I mean, there's no need to, you're just like, wow, this guy
probably
died
suicide.
a horrible death. Yeah. So that's why, he has, there's also, let's see.
I think this magic user's name was Epstein.
That's right. What about the dwarf? What's his story?
What's the magic user got? We rifled through his pockets.
You rifle through his pocket. Yeah, you find another pouch. It has a couple of things. First of all, there's a total of 2 more gold, so you have a total of 7. And then there is a bag of garlic. And there's pretty much 10 cloves of garlic in this bag. So I will put the garlic in the party sheet. I'll put 10 of them on there. You guys can do whatever you want with this. Now remember, you get 1 experience for every gold equivalent that you get for experience. Don't forget you got experience bonuses, and you don't get experience if you keep items and stuff. You only get experience if you sell items, and you'll get that gold as well. So gold value worth of experience. So don't forget that. So I put 10 garlic cloves in the party sheet. So that's basically what the wizard had, the magic user.
Does a wizard use garlic for any kind of spells?
Yeah, for making pizza.
For spells, not cooking. I know that.
I was just saying at the monastery, we make a lot of pizzas.
Oh, come on. About the monastery.
So there's still a dwarf fighter, and there's 2 what appear to be guards.
Yeah, we search them next then.
Sure.
The guards or the dwarf fighter?
The dwarf fighter.
The dwarf fighter, he's basically face down, and in his right hand he still clutches his warhammer, but it appears that the dwarf fighter was crawling, and as he was crawling, he was just leaving this streaked like splotch of blood on the the ground as he was pulling himself through the corridor. And there's lots of dried blood there, and he's clutching his warhammer, like I said.
Looks like this one died of a broken heart.
So you guys, his armor's been stripped as well, and when you roll him over, you can see he's got this massive, wound, and these corpses are quite old as well. And you can see that there was a massive wound. And when you turn him over, you don't see anything else except for there was a bag that was kind of under him, like a small sack. But you pick up the small sack and it's empty. It's
he's a
blood on
dwarf
it and stuff. But if you guys want a small sack, I can also add that to the party sheet.
Dwarfs have small sacks.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. So I'll take the warhammer.
Sure. Okay. Let me go ahead and get you. Oh boy, I can't read any of these buttons. I got to click on all of them. Let's see.
You can mouse over.
Yeah, I know. It just takes too long. I'm lazy. Sorry.
Is the sack the right size to fit in somebody's mouth?
Oh, one of those.
Oh,
No,
whoa.
That dwarf was probably trying to teabag somebody, and
No, I think it's for a certain mouth.
What was that, Bella?
If it's not big enough, I'm going to cut fabric off of one of the bodies that is big enough to shove in someone's mouth. If
Oh,
we
you mean
need them.
like a gag rag or something like that?
Or if we get sick and tired of hearing about a dumb monastery.
it's a fantastic monastery. Excuse me. You've never been there. The place is awesome.
What did you say the name of that place was?
What's that?
We just got to find some tape now.
Right. Plenty of rolls of duct tape in basic D&D. What'd you say there, Wilbur?
Oh, I just wanted to know what the name of the monastery was that you're from again. I forgot.
The monks of Nungar. It's a K-N-U-J-R. The K is silent. There used to be 3 Ks, but you don't want to go to that monastery.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. All right, so I added a small sack and I added the warhammer. So if you want the warhammer, feel free, Brutus, to just drag and drop it off of the inventory tab. If anybody wants any of the garlic, the small sack, feel free to help yourselves. It's in the party sheet.
Hey, I don't know if anybody else knows this, but obviously if they don't have equipment right now, somebody else is running around in this dungeon with tiny little dwarf arms.
That's a possibility because, like I said, the fighter had his armor taken off, and so did the dwarf. Now, the last 2 bodies, which are the guards, they seem to be, and you guys have heard of the men from the Northlands, right? And plus, you also know that Rogan and Zelagar, they also fought the barbarian hordes from the north, and that's how they become, epic heroes. So this is a couple of what appear to be Northmen. They've got, huge beards, almost like dwarves. They're just like a bigger version of a dwarf. I mean, they're very well built. They've got blonde hair, blue eyes. You open up their milky eyes, that they've been dead for a while, and you can tell that they were blue once. But there's nothing of any value, or there's a couple of wooden shields that are kind of lying around that are splintered and broken, but nothing else. They've got matching garb, but they didn't have any kind of nice armor, like chain or bandit or anything like that. They have like padded armor.
I wouldn't use their armor. It obviously didn't help them.
It's pretty much destroyed anyway, with all of the holes and from their wounds. So, but that's what you guys see. There was no valuables on any of the other guards. But that is kind of weird, though. Why there may be guards from the Northmen here in the castle? I mean, kind of weird, you know.
Yeah, let's keep going then.
Before we take off, I want to peek in these like alcoves down here, Dave.
Oh, I thought you meant a dog.
Sure. Oh, inside of that third pair of alcoves, sure. You peek inside of it, and there's nothing. No booming voices again or anything like that. But to the north, you guys can see that there are several doors. There is a door on your left. There's a door on your right, and the corridor goes north. And then the corridor also has several different directions that it goes as well. So about 20, 30 feet to the right, looks like there's another corridor, and about 10 feet to your left, there's a corridor that goes west. So there's all different ways that you can go. Plus, I mean, you could go back the way you came. There's the other corridor that probably Worm put two and two together about the secret passage. So you guys have plenty of ways to go, plenty of ways to explore.
I say we check out this door. Who's with me?
Which door?
Oh, it's a witch door. No, I'm just joking. The one up here on the west. Yeah, the left.
Right. You just open up the door?
I'm going to listen at it first. You know, screw it. I'm just going to fling it open and throw my torch in there.
I'm home. I'm at the monastery, just like at the monastery.
Yeah, this is what we do. We throw our torches in there. We don't do that in the kerosene room, though. One time, that was a problem.
The kerosene room.
Yeah, that's where we keep all the kerosene. Yeah. I'm just going to open the door, and I'm going to throw my torch in there, and I'm going to take a gander at what I see.
Sure. It looks like a kitchen or a food preparation area. So it's a very long
turn around.
corridor.
I'm going to relay that to everybody. Who has the garlic? Holy crap, it's a kitchen.
Garlic soup. There's a couple of cooking pits, each probably large enough to cook a deer at once. But one of the cooking pits is a little bit larger than the other.
I'm gonna wave everybody to come in here. Hey, you guys, come in here. This is like a food. By the way, is there food out anywhere? I see on the graphic, but
there's a couple of long tables that are lining the wall, and there's all kinds of scattered containers on them. Some are sitting upright, some are upturned.
So I'm looking
all kinds of rotten contents that are
that's what I was
doing on the tabletop.
Yeah, I was looking to try to ascertain what the if this is like fresh food, meaning that it's upkept. All spoiled food.
Yeah,
okay.
The smell of the room is very uninviting, that's for sure. And then there's one noticeable, very large chunk of cheese that's all moldy. And it's got like a fuzzy green growth that's covering almost the entire piece of cheese.
Hey, you guys, don't eat anything in here. One time in the monastery, I ate some bad food.
One time at band camp,
I was sick for like 2 days.
I took this utensil and
So how big is the cheese?
It's like a regular wedge, maybe about 6 inches. Yeah, it's a wedge of cheese. Yeah.
You always exaggerate how long 6 inches is.
And then there's a bunch of utensils. Varied utensils, cooking utensils that are hanging on the walls as well. So as you guys are moving in, you can see.
Well, just as an FYI, you guys, I do fancy myself kind of a chef. I did prepare